What is going on, Governor? It's Chisgule here, and we're back with more KvK action. We're looking at, I don't know, this must be the first 24 hours still of KvK after Pass 4 has opened. We've got a ton of additional footage that we're making our way through and including. And man, if you like KvK videos, you should definitely like and subscribe because we've got a ton of that footage. And we are a sponsored creator with Rise of Kingdoms. Now, here you see a really interesting flag technique for defense going on, where you basically put your city next to the flag and just jam a bunch of troops into the flag. After it's been burned, then you put out the fire, and they've got to rally the darn thing again, and a rally is going to take, 5 minutes at best to kick off. It's a good strategy for protecting a flag, and is something that you probably should copy. Zooming out a bit and going north on the map, we look in and see that our friends in AWOS and also Endgame are fighting a heck of a battle against K50 and Rend. I believe at this moment K50 is using the Rend shell to be launching attacks. And so to relieve the pressure on Endgame and AWOS, we build a bunch of flags up to a fort, which is what you're looking at now. We are rallying a fort south of that location that you were seeing earlier. Our intention here is to put pressure onto the alliances from Kingdom 50 to pull them away from Endgame and AWS. In hindsight, we really should have just gunned for Kingdom 52 instead, and had our friends from AWS and End just try to hold a defensive position as best they could. So ultimately, I think, and this was my strategic choice here, ultimately, I think instead of trying to relieve the pressure from our allies, we should have really dialed up the pressure against Kingdom 52. So we're now launching rallies against flags. We're now launching rallies against the fortress here, and I believe that the Go tech and the tech of the alliances in this area is not nearly as strong as some other alliances, and so we're taking advantage of the fact that we've got Max Tech and Legion to really be putting on a lot of pressure here. So we're launching sort of back-to-back rallies against these structures. We call for reinforcements to go to the rally. Here we're using Hannibal Barca with Yi Sung-Ye, which was an offensive pairing that I really enjoyed. And at this point in our KvK experience, we're down about 1.5 million power in dead troops. Again, this is the first 24 hours. We're going to lose a fair bit more over the next couple days. You can see here that they're swarming the rally a little bit, which I think is a smart choice. We're also attacking them back. And they've got, I believe, a good combination defending this fortress. They've got Richard the First, which is a great commander, assuming they've got him expertise. And we're actually having a little bit of trouble keeping this rally totally topped off. It could be that reinforcements are on their way, but they're kind of far out. I'm not sure what's going on there. This rally, I think, is going to go pretty well, but could have potentially been even better. And that's in part because we just sort of moved to the front. Yes, these are both expertise commanders in the defense here. So they've got good commanders on defense, and we're now closer to full. It looks like we've got 1.6 million in our rally. We'll probably have a report pretty soon, assuming that we take down the folks that are still in there. You can see alliance members, Clinty, Inkjohn, Abe, Childlike Heart. It was pretty cool to have Childlike Heart in the alliance doing work, and we were running all around battling together on the same team. We were in Endgame with them earlier. Now we're back in Legion doing work on the rally front. Now, something that is very critical that I want you to take away from this video. Very, very, very critical, life-changing. P.S. Don't mind past me in the background here. I forgot to turn off the video recording of me at the time I was recording this. There we go. Rally reports in. 151,000 dead for us, 334,000 dead for them. All in all, a very strong report for us. Very strong report, good outcome for us here. I've slowed down this footage, by the way, so that you can see the report a little more cleanly, and the rest of the footage is going at 2x speed. 2x speed. So the thing that I want to talk about is bridges. And we could and should have built bridges around this wow, what did I just say? We could and should have built flags around this bridge, and we did not, and this was a huge mistake. We were trying to conserve flags, and again, that was a huge, catastrophic, unequivocal, terrible, horrible, catastrophic, I mentioned that already, right? Catastrophic error to not completely flag up this bridge. Conserving flags seems like a cool idea right until there's a bridge, in which case, flag up the bridge. Have I been clear? You're going to watch a lot of footage in the coming videos where this bridge is just a freaking nightmare, and it was an easy thing to have prevented. We were there in advance of when any of these folks were here. They were asleep or elsewhere. We could have flagged it all up, and this territory could have been ours. Instead, we are going to spend an absurd amount of time battling over this bridge. Now, why is that? Of course, a bridge is a choke point. And what's going to happen is later on, we're going to try to be reinforcing rallies. There was only so many room for our cities here, right? We're going to try to be reinforcing rallies, and those reinforcements are going to be cut off at the bridge, which is a huge, huge problem. It's a huge problem. For now, we're building a flag to contest them so we can start to burn that bridge coverage. And I think I've got the voice of me chatting with my alliance members, talking about, like, we probably should build a flag on this bridge. At this point, we're really fatigued, by the way, from having to have been awake at like 3 a.m. for when the passes opened in the first place. And our judgment, not amazing. Anyways, we're launching rallies repeatedly on this fort to keep it burning. The real problem with a fort is that it takes so gosh darn long to burn that, like, I don't know. It's a tough thing to pull off, quite frankly, and you sort of have to beat the will of the Alliance to fight out of them before then you try to burn a fort, right? Like, create a situation where you've destroyed the will of the Alliance that you're battling to fight, then burn their fort, and then you don't have to worry about actually fighting players. Anyways, so we've got these rallies going continuously on flags, on forts. We've got Abe on the front line, the madman himself, launching rallies left, right, front, and center. And man, does Abe like to rally stuff. You can see Gen X on the front line. You can say Cupid is on the front line. The late night Dirty Joker crew did work with me on the front line. It was pretty fun playing with them, quite frankly. So we're doing a little bit of scouting, seeing what we're going to rally next, trying to figure out what we got to do. We see that the flag up top is now, unfortunately, the flag up top is no longer burning, so we're going to have to rally that. Also, there's a player city that's not on Alliance territory somehow. That's rallyable, so that's a thing that I'm pretty sure Abe is really eager to go and do. It's like a real treat for him, is being able to rally a player city. Anyways, we're looking at what we're gonna rally. It's so fascinating to see how few T5 troops we had at this point in KvK. Like, it would have been so different for us if we had sort of trained up a bunch more T5 and had that opportunity instead of sort of being sidelined for some amount of time due to the content creator stuff that was going on. Anyways, we're building up this flag now so that we can rally the Happy Feet flag. And I'm pretty sure that at this point in the timeline, the Happy Feet tech is not as strong as our tech is because we're maxed out. I will point out that I think the Alliance leader from Happy Feet has been super chill to chat with and talk to. Super chill to chat with and talk to. Anyways, Nagan also on the front line. Another dirty joker hanging out with us. Late night crew. And now you can start to see why the bridge is a problem. Now you're going to start to see why the bridge and they're flagging it up instead of us is going to be a serious, serious problem, because they can start to port their cities in and sort of create real problems sniping the players that are going to go across the bridge. We go to start to launch a rally, but it doesn't yet border our territory. And then somehow one of my alliance members already had launched a rally on it, which is pretty impressive. I mean, the dirty jokers don't fool around. So they've got their rally going. We go in. I think we asked them to cancel so that we could launch it instead. Because we've got the king buffs, which are pretty handy. Abe is already rallying a flag up top. He's got archers in that flag, or in the rally, rather. And he's got an expertise Isongye and El Cid, which is a premium combination for rallies. Super premium. It looks like we had siege units near where the rally was, so we send them in to fill the rally. I mean, it's better than nothing. It's certainly better than an empty rally. Not amazing. Wish we'd sent archers. That is funny. I really don't remember that. I think we just sort of dumped siege into a flag at some point because it was empty. And so we wanted to have something in there, but our proper commanders were elsewhere. I don't really have all the context. Anyways, there we go. Rally was ended because it was not going well, we thought, but it turns out it was going really well. We have 94,000 dead. They have 228,000 dead. I don't know. They should have kept that rally going. That, or maybe it ended and I missed it and they just extinguished the flames right away. Okay. All right. Yeah. Our siege units get a little wrecked on the way back to town. That's kind of to be expected. And we did a lot of healing over the course of this KvK. I wonder how many kills we have at this point. We've got our rally queued up. We're going to hit a flag, I believe is what that was. And, again, if we had T5 troops trained up, we could be doing stuff in the open field here really effectively. In the meantime, Rally is headed south to burn a Happy Feet flag. And we're taking a lot of pressure in the open field. It's a real problem that we can only have a small number of cities on the front line here. And this is another really good takeaway, is that you want to create large spaces where a whole bunch of your allies can teleport in and support what is happening. You really want to be able to create that situation. So here we can see Nagan's rally. It looks like he didn't cancel that one. It was actually on the southern flag. Happy Feet's got two flags right next to each other here, which is kind of an interesting strategy. Hendy's swarming the flag because Nagan is kind of a honey badger. There we go. I don't know if they deleted the flag or we're just lagging, but I don't see a flag there anymore, which is kind of weird. Yeah, we destroyed the flag. They must have been building that flag. Maybe they were building that flag. We've got a mark on one of our flags there saying, here's where the battlefront is. This is where you need to be. It looks like, what is going on? Are people attacking Cameron Poe? Maybe there's just armies being attacked outside the city. We get a scout in on this flag to see what's cooking inside. And let's see if we get a peek at it. Will we get a peek at it? Maybe not. Abe looks like he's launching another rally with archers. We've got a marker on him for that. Our buffs are looking pretty good at this point. And we check up by AWOS. The combat has in fact slowed by there. And we look by end, and the combat has slowed around end. So we accomplished the thing that we wanted to do here for our allies, which was to relieve pressure. Okay, to relieve pressure. But it would have been better if in relieving the pressure, we also made more progress on this front as well. And, it's entirely possible that in hindsight, we should have just rotated into AWOS or Endgame and joined them to help out. A lot of different strategies I would have considered here. You can see the players in this flag are all abandoning it. So the flag burns, but they kind of don't care because nobody's in it. It's a decent strategy to dodge a rally. So now we've sort of got a weird situation where folks are digging into this physical position. And my friends, we are going to have some bad times by these flags. We see June teleporting into the front line. June and, a Grizzly Bear, another player that I really enjoy, Legion Originals. Abe's got his rally about to hit the flag. Looks like we're going to send some reinforcements. Maybe? What are we doing here? We're picking what commanders should go? Okay. What are we doing there? I am not entirely sure. Okay. There we go. We've got CPO and who do we choose? Okay, Sun Tzu, reasonable. Siege units again. I don't know why I'm sending siege units. Oh, I'm just filling the flag. I see the flag isn't full and I put in siege units. Now I remember what I was doing. What I was doing was creating a situation where it would look as close as possible to 1,500 out of 1,500 troops in the flag. This is actually a very, very, very important tactic. Here's why. Here's why this is very important. A flag that has 1,500 troops in it, you have no clue how well attended it is. It might be well attended, it might not be, but gosh darn it, the thing is full, so you can't tell the difference. A flag that is less than full, you know is not well attended. You know they're not paying attention necessarily to what's going on in that flag. So you really want to have flags at 1,500 out of 1,500. Sorry, 1,500. I mean 1.5 million out of 1.5 million to deter people from wanting to launch rallies. So even if that means you're dumping in some siege units, which is what we did here, you just want the gosh darn thing to look full so that they have second thoughts about hitting it at all. Okay, that makes more sense. So now we're sort of digging into this position, and the momentum is actually starting to swing in the favor of the players in Go and Happy Feet, because we're no longer sort of rapidly burning stuff. Here we've got a rally going into this flag. They probably are just going to bail on this. Let's see what happens. Oh, they've got Isong-Ye. This is bad. I should have just canceled this rally. Sirius is getting super wrecked. I call for him to run away. His troops are just dying here, which is really tragic. This is a rally I should have canceled, and there I do. Oh, man. You've just got to cancel a rally if your allies are near a flag like that. Yeah, this wasn't going well for us. Isong-Ye with El Cid is a serious combo. It is a serious, serious combo. I would use it to rally flags. I would use it to defend flags, send all archers, and do work. Do serious work. We get a little bit of an inspection here on the number of troops that have died. That doesn't reflect the number of deaths that Sirius had, which is probably in the realm of 30 to 50k, just from that small bit of action, which is sort of tragic. So that rally went really, really well for them. And like, they don't even have all archers in there. They got a mix of stuff. Looks like there was a lot of infantry even. So that could have been even more scary. Oh, well, my friends, if you enjoyed this latest installment in the KvK Madness, you should definitely like and subscribe because we've got so much more of this to come, and we are a sponsored creator with Rise of Kingdoms. You can see here this rally just finishing up, and boy, this bridge brings back some painful memories. Lessons to be learned. You'll see them in the videos to come. Until next time, you have fun smashing the kingdom.